I've been here waiting, looking at him, trying to catch a ticket. How you wanna take it?
So there has been a lot of chatter that I'm seeing about Lisa's performance at the Oscars. And let me put my 2 cents in, because if you scroll up a few videos, you see where I just call BLACKPINK the greatest group in K-pop. And note that being the greatest is way different from being the best or the biggest. I think that this group is the greatest because they're taking K-pop beyond its peak. And they are paving the way by setting a formula for other K-pop artists that gives a better trajectory of longevity outside of the K-pop industry. With that said, let's talk about Lisa's performance at the Oscars. A lot of people were like, why is she there? Why is she there? Two things. Lisa did a James Bond tribute. At first, it didn't make sense to me, and then it did. The one thing that every James Bond movie has in common is a Bond girl. You know who fits that aesthetic? Lisa. So I feel like this was a tailor-made for her, especially because Bond girls have long represented a blend of allure and confidence and modern femininity. And you know who represents that to me? Who's a good representative in K-pop of that to me? Lisa. Her presence alone was a great fit for the performance. And why was she here? I think that was reason number one. Reason number two is people keep ignoring these girls' skill set. The skill set in marketing and influencing. These girls are moving smart. And this whole thing about Lisa, rich boyfriend, billionaire boyfriend, is paying for her. You know what? If so, he should, because that's what a supportive partner does. So it is not a clock to keep bringing up her boyfriend, because if so, good, and he should. But that does not make discussions and criticism about her vocal abilities invalid. It's no secret that Lisa is not known for her vocal prowess. So I wasn't looking for that. I think her performance was perfect. I think that they understood not to prolong her vocals and to make it more about the moment, the dance, the presence, more about the vocalization of the song. I think that she has a very youthful and sometimes it sounds amateurish vocal. But again, I grew up in the 80s.
Trying to get away into the night, and then you put your arms around me, and it's almost oh baby, baby,
There were many vocalists who had subpar and lower skill set vocal technique that had longevity in the industry. So to answer the question of why she was there is because, yes, her highest skill set is in networking and influencing. She is putting herself in the right rooms with the right people. And maybe after warming up these acting chops and getting in the industry a little bit more, Lisa will have an opportunity to be a Bond girl. Again, she fits the aesthetic, and it doesn't take much sometimes to be a Bond girl, because there's usually a main girl and then there's a girl who is there for visual effects. It could happen. So I do think that her being there was a landmark moment for K-pop. And I do think that her moment landed much better, because what the hell was Doja Cat doing? Doja is a trip, and I think Doja was extremely distracting from whatever skill set was lacking in Lisa's performance. Love me some Doja. But with that said, I think if the K-pop industry truly wants to be taken seriously in the Western market, it needs to make a bit of a shift. BLACKPINK is putting the visibility of K-pop artists in major markets, on major and the biggest stages. But this hyper focus on visual marketing could be limiting to the K-pop industry. I think it's a missed opportunity to show that K-pop is multi-layered. There are people with refined talent in vocal skill set and performance skill set. And that is not shade to Lisa. But imagine a Taemin on that Oscar stage. A J-Hope. Kwasa. Imagine those figures with higher skill set, more refined skill set on these biggest stage representing the K-pop industry. Somebody had to open the door, and I think that Blackpink is doing just that. Again, this is no shade to Psy and BTS and 21 and Big Bang. I know. I'm talking about what's happening in K-pop right now. I know that other artists paved the way, but that's the nature of any industry. Somebody has to kick down the door.
Here I come kicking the door.
The K-pop industry has already proven that it can shape global pop culture. But I think for long-term credibility beyond fandom-driven success, vocal excellence and performance mastery has to be pushed a little bit more in the K-pop industry. And while K-pop dominance is undeniable, putting more quality skill set will help its legacy be about the depth of its artistry just as much as the spectacle of K-pop. But again, this takes nothing away from what Blackpink is doing and why I still feel that they are the greatest group in K-pop right now, because they are setting other groups up with a great formula for success. Congratulations, Lisa. I'll be doing that album review coming up soon.